Good afternoon. This is Tabernacle Revival Church of All Nations, and I am your host, Claudette Sambo. And we are here to welcome our wonderful sister in the Lord, Patience Intero, who would like to share her testimony with us regarding what the Lord has done in her life. May you please be tuned in as we interview our lovely sister.
You rescued me and I will stand and sing. I am a child of God. Yeah. You split the sea so I could walk right through it. You drowned.
Good afternoon, my lovely sister Patience. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm also good, thank you. Can you please tell us your testimony about what the Lord has done in your life?
So, my story goes like this. When I was pregnant, 7 months, I go for your checkup to register my pregnancy at the clinic. So, I got tested, and then the results was positive. Like, I was shocked. It was not, yeah. So when I come back home, I have to tell my husband. But he encouraged me in a good way that I don't worry, it will be fine. But in my heart, I was actually not fine. So, like, to the point that I even refused to drink the medicine. Like, I was like, okay, if I have to die with this disease, then let it be. But he keep on encourage me. So Charles, we are staying there in Randfontein. He meets Sister Claudette, and Sister Claudette introduced him to the church, to her church. And then when he go with my husband told me about the church, and he also invited me there. Then I go, I start attending some prayers. The pastor was praying for me. But then one day I was having a very heavy running stomach. So I decided to join the prayer line.
In number in Jesus' name.
Hallelujah. My name is Patience Mutero. My testimony is for healing. So when I was pregnant, 7 months, I go to register my pregnancy. So they tested me, and I was HIV positive. So by the time I was coming to church, getting some prayers, and then when I get home one day, I cut myself. When I was cutting tomato, I see my blood was clear. So Friday, when I got for baby clinic, I requested them to test me again. So they find me negative now. So when the pastor pray for me, I feel lighted, like I feel like I'm gonna get healed now. Like I was seeing myself like I'm dark. I could see that myself now I'm getting my light skin is coming better now, like I'm getting my skin back. So when I get home one day, I was cooking. I cut myself by mistake with a knife. Like that day when they tested me, my blood was a bit dark. So that day when I cut myself, I see my blood was red, like it's clear now. So like I was asking myself, did something happen or now what's going on? So when I go back for my next visit with my baby, I decided to ask the nurse to test me again. So he did refuse, he do so. So the results were amazing. To my surprise, it was negative. So I was happy and I'm delighted, I'm happy. I just want to thank God for the healing. Amen.
So, Patience, my love, I hear you talking about you going to the prayer line. And I believe that is not the first time that you have been prayed for by the apostle. But this time, what was the thing that actually led you to believe that the moment he prays for you, that you are going to receive your healing?
I just believe that if I go to the prayer line, if the pastor could pray me like specific according to my status, I believe I will see change in my life. Like, it's different by being prayed with other people. Like, you can just, you won't take time. But if you can pray me like specific that I'm sick, like I need healing, like I need to heal this one, it will be like special. It won't be like the same like other days. So I believe if it can be like I must sit as a sick person, it must be specific, that it must be focused on healing me, I think. And like as I was looking forward to, after he prayed for me, yeah, I could feel change. Like I feel like, there's this thing coming out of me. Like, when I come from home that day, I was weak. But the moment after he prayed for me, I start gaining energy. Like, I gain power. Like, I feel like I'm alive now. Because when I come from home that day, I was even feeling like I'm weak. I'm forcing myself to go to church, but I was very weak. But soon after he prayed for me, I was fine. Yeah, I gained the power.
Wow, my sister, your story is very heartwarming when I just listen to it. And ever since it's been me, I've never really come across such a testimony. I've always heard people talk about such things, but I've never really encountered a person telling me this face to face about God healing you. So indeed, we serve a God that is the healer and the God that is alive. Are there any words of encouragement that you would like to give to our fellow brothers and sisters out there that have gone through the kind of challenge that you've gone through? I mean, because what you went through was not an easy thing, but through it all, you saw Jesus as your healer, and he healed you. Is there any word of advice that you would like to give to our fellow brothers and sisters out there that are in that verge of giving up, and maybe some of them, they feel like committing suicide because they feel like this is the end of the road for them? Any words of encouragement that you'd give to our fellow brothers and sisters out there?
Thank you. The words of encouragement I can give is, please, people out there, don't give up. There's actually a life. The life is too long. Like, there's also to just be strong out there. Because it's not like when they say you are HIV positive or it's the end of the world. No, there's actually life after that. So we just need to be strong and pray to God, and you must just also know that there's God who can also heal all kinds of diseases, just like me. Like, yeah, me now, I'm having a happy face now. Like, I was also stressed, but now I'm sleeping nice, no stress. Like, I'm so happy. So I would like to encourage you guys to be strong. Just put your faith in God. Know that God can heal any kind of disease. Yeah.
Wow, Patience, it was actually wonderful listening to your story. You know, when I listen to your story, you remind me of a certain woman in the book of Matthew chapter 9 from verse 20 to 22, the woman with the issue of blood who was going through a lot that time. Imagine bleeding for 12 years. She tried everything to receive her healing. She went from physician to physician, from place to place, and she spent so much money that there came a time that she ran out of money because she wasn't getting all the help that she wanted. But when she finally reached that turning point in her life and she came across Jesus, she just said, if I can just touch the hem of his garment, I shall be healed. And indeed, by her faith, she touched the hem of Jesus and she became healed. And listening to your story and how you believe that if I can just go to the prayer line and the apostle lays his hands upon me, I shall receive healing. This encourages a lot of people, especially those that will be coming to church, that God is alive and God is able. So I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your testimony, and may the good Lord continue to bless you, and may the good Lord continue to keep your life. Thank you very much. It was wonderful to have you on our show. Thank you so much, Patience. There we have it, reference of the Most High God. Setswana sa re ya nang le mogwa o na le bopaki, and what it means in English is that those that have the Son have a testimony. If he was able to do it for our lovely sister Patience, then our God is surely able to do it for you. Hence we call him Jehovah Rapha, the God that heals. And that will be all for today from Tabernacle Revival Church of All Nations. Have a blessed day.